We have a really big announcement. It's LongTail TV. And what LongTail TV is all about, it's all about making video easier for publishers. And so there's really two big components of LongTail TV. The first is the JW player, which is used by millions of folks already today. We've taken that to a hosted model, to a hosted version. So what that means is that publishers who are less technically sophisticated can now use LongTail TV to configure their JW player and embed that player onto their website, into any mobile device, into their social media feed like Facebook and Twitter. So that's one of the big problems it solves, again, is that it just simplifies the go-live process, which we find in videos being such a challenging element given sort of people's varying degrees of knowledge of technology. Now they can get what we think is one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. They can get that player for free, and they can get it live on their site just by simply dropping an embed code onto their site. They can actually use the player, and they can use our ad solution separately to be able to monetize their existing video assets. So they have their own video asset that they're hosting at a different location. They can use LongTail TV to be able to embed that video asset with the JW player, and they can monetize it through our ad solution. But what's very interesting about LongTail TV, and this is what the second big goal of LongTail TV is that we also provide content for publishers. And so publishers today who are looking for great high-quality content, we've syndicated a bunch of content from outstanding partners. And so you as a publisher can use LongTail TV, get your JW player, be able to add any piece of high-quality content into that player which you can embed. And again, all this is for free. And then we're going to deliver advertisements into that player for you. And you as a publisher win because, again, great products for free, but you also get paid for your share of revenue from the traffic that you generate. So it's a super compelling value proposition for publishers, and so they can realize advertising dollars from using our content, and we run that for them, or they can generate advertising dollars from their own content by signing up through our ad solution.
Can they link up with other ad networks or sell their own ads?
So with LongTail TV, no. Because we think that we're providing a lot of service to the customers. We have great advertising relationships. We have great content partners. There is no flexibility today for publishers to be able to deliver their own ads into content that they get from LongTail TV. However, if they use this for the ad solution side of the business, they can use our advertisements. They also can add on plugins to their player that allows them to work with an Adapt TV, with a Yumi, et cetera, et cetera. So there is some flexibility in that way. But that's only if they're bringing their own content to the game. LongTail was founded at the end of 2007. Our business focus, we're all about helping publishers make money from video that they bring online. And the way we do that is a little bit different than most folks. We're focused on providing technology, providing software that helps publishers put their videos onto any device. And really, we've been focused on building that infrastructure tool set that's affordable, that's self-serve, to enable publishers to get them on board. Because that's the most important thing. Video is very difficult and very challenging for folks. And the hard part is getting them online. And once online, you work closely with that publisher to help them monetize through the advertising component, et cetera. So that's who we are in a nutshell. People know us best for the JW player. The JW player is an open source video player that's been around for some time, that's been widely used. Today it's live on about 1.5 million sites, from the whitehouse.gov to Cisco to Intel to IMDb to Rotten Tomatoes, et cetera, et cetera. We do believe it is the most popular player in the world. One of the values of the JW player, the investment that we made in 2010, is when you use the JW player, it will play back in either Flash or HTML5 mode. And that's really an interesting thing. And it's so across browsers, across devices, it works. And that's why really people love our player so much, is it's just reliable and it's stable. And so whether you're using the iPad or whether you're using, no matter what the browser you're using, your video player will show up and your video will play back, assuming the video is in the right format. But that's for another conversation. But absolutely, that's one of the great things about the JW player that makes it so popular with folks. But we also offer, in addition to that, an ad solution, which is an ad serving network, which has become very popular, as well as an OVP product, or online video platform product, called Bits on the Run, which is used by several thousand people as well. So for us, we're really focused on providing the technology, enabling the customers, building distribution and the relationship with the customers with the hopes of working with that publisher to generate revenue through online advertising. The ad network is actually, it's growing very quickly. It's changing pretty quickly as well. And what we've seen in the last 6 months, online video advertising as a business has finally arrived, and we've seen the effects of that as well. So today, about 2,000 publishers use us for the ad network piece. We delivered last month roughly 500 million ads in stream. And those ads can either be pre-roll ads, which you see all over the place today if you go to any website, or they might also be display ads that are served before a video starts or when it ends. So it's a combination of the two. And we're trying to provide a service that gives fill for publishers across all of their inventory. So that's really what it is, and it's grown tremendously. If you look year over year, we're delivering roughly 17, 18 million ads a day. Where that was last year, it's roughly four times more greater than where we were this time last year. So super growth there. And then on the monetization side, what we've really seen is for our premium inventory, so the inventory where we're delivering pre-rolls, we're really seeing yields increase fairly dramatically for us. CPMs varied based off geography, et cetera. In the U.S., we can see things, CPMs north of $10. Other geographies, in Europe, et cetera, you can see in that range, but fill is a little bit less, not as good. So on an effective basis, you end up sort of in the high single digits for the premium stuff. And we think that's going to hold pretty nicely. I think the big challenge is for online video is how you can bring more inventory in play. How can you get the fragmented sites, all those sites, the millions of sites that are out there that are delivering video today, how do you make those impressions monetizable, and how do you bring them into a mix from an advertiser's perspective? On the OVP side, people who use this so people can use this in a number of different ways, as I said before. One area where they can help us or they can work with us is on our online video platform called Bits on the Run. So Bits on the Run is a system where people can come in, upload their videos, transcode them, provides a whole video content management system, does the streaming, provides analytics, etc. So today, that business, we serve, several thousand customers on that particular service. And the model there is pretty unique relative to others in the market. It's a pay-as-you-go pricing model. So essentially, a user comes in, he deposits into his account, say $100, and we draw down on that balance as he streams more videos to his particular device. And so it's a really nice model for publishers because there's no monthly commit. They only pay for what they use. It's super attractive in that respect. And what they get in return for that is they get an enterprise-level online video platform that gives you all the bells and whistles that you would expect as a publisher.